Hey everyone, thanks for joining me in today's episode of Super Smooth's Test It, Fix It, and Run It, where I take one of my locomotives that's been sitting around and I test it, and if necessary, fix it, and I'll definitely run it. So let's see what today's locomotive is. Alright, in today's I Know What I Have, the best words ever if you're trying to purchase something from someone, we are going to have a model power, a Santa Fe 3404, and it doesn't even say what it is, but it is clearly an Alco FA unit. Nice boxes, there we go. Oh yeah, and one passenger car too. Actually, I like FA units. I think they look kind of nice, and I guess the war bonnet scheme fits on there pretty well. I don't know if Santa Fe actually had any of these or not, but it's here. Okay, as far as the condition and everything, I don't know much about it except that it's new and it'll ship via priority mail. So there you go. And what are you going to pay for all this model power goodness? Well, it's a buy it now, and it is $5,687.12. I'm not sure why the 12 cents, but I guess he's got to have 12 extra cents. Today's subscriber count is 2,172. And in terms of locomotives, that gives us this Ann Arbor Railroad Consolidated, this Southern Pacific 10-wheeler, and this Burlington Northern Santa Fe GP38. Looks good. And as far as the locomotive that we are going to try out today, it is this Southern, it's a Southern paint scheme anyway, and it is an IHC Mantua Semi-Streamlined. And I've owned a number of these, probably 6 altogether, something like that, but I haven't really messed with them all. And here it is, and as far as I can tell, these showed up sometime around the mid-90s. Let's get all this up. Can't have that looking like that for you. Come on, Susie. Get back on the job. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they came up sometime in the mid-1990s, and I think this is about the time when IHC was trying to do better because I think other companies, Lifelike, etc., were starting to come out with better models. So in order to compete, they had to up their game, and these are kind of quirky. I know I've seen locomotives look like this in real life, but most of these had popular paint schemes that I know didn't come in real life. So let's see, and I'm pretty sure this is a very, very little used model, if used at all. So let's see, we've got a nice parts list here. Not like I can get many of these replaced by the company anymore, even though IHC is actually still around. And every single one of these that I've owned so far has worked really well out of the box. Now granted, a lot of people I think who bought these either didn't run them seriously, or this guy never even filled out any of the warranty stuff. So I don't even know if this was run, but yeah, as I was saying, every one of these I've ever run has been great out of the box. And this one looks like I don't even know if it's ever been touched. I mean, it must have, but it looks really good shape. Really, really good shape. So yeah, look at the wheel. I can already kind of see it. Now there is the motor. Looks like it's a closed can motor. And I don't know, they didn't have any cab details, but at least that looks better than just a bunch of wires and motor brush ends sticking out of there, so I can appreciate that. Yeah, they definitely tried to do a better job on these. Nice white walls. It's kind of nifty. Look at that. That's snazzy, right? They did a pretty good job here. And of course, this is just like the Tennessean streamlined locomotive, so that looks pretty good. I can get behind this. It's nice and hefty. Looks really, really nice. It was the point I was trying to make a long time ago was that every one I've had of these runs really well out of the box. Yeah, oh man, I don't know if this has ever been run. If it has, it's been run very sparingly. So look at that. Nice details. It's not too bad, right? You can get behind this. It's not bad at all. Well, it looks like one of the ladders is broken a little bit. That's kind of a bummer, but oh well. Nothing's perfect, especially something this old. So yeah, okay. So this is picking up power from the conductor side or the fireman side or the left side. Is that right? Well, no, they're actually. Is that right? Oh no, yeah. Well, no, it looks like they're split. So I'll have to see what's going on here. So we've got this all, just plop this down and get the tender hooked up. Get this on the back there. There we go. Plop it on the track. Let's see if we can get this on here without making a scene. Get it in there. And of course, you know, part of me is like, I should just put this on rollers to begin with because it seems like I go to the rollers. But every one of these I've had, and I've had a bunch. I've had the Mercury. That was probably one of the most desired, but I didn't like it. Look at that. Didn't even have to do anything to it. Didn't even have to kind of nudge it. Didn't do anything. Didn't oil it. It just runs snazzy right out of the box. And that's just to be expected with these. It seems like the quality went up here towards the end of IHC / Mehano's life. So there we go. Yeah, I can't, certainly won't fault that. Sounds nice. Listen to that. It even crawls well. How do you like that? Well, there's nothing to fix. I mean, I could go through and lubricate this. Yeah, look at that. Mehano, everything looks great. It's made in Slovenia, and again, I don't think this has ever been run more than 5 minutes. I'd be surprised. Wow, so cool. Well, there's nothing really to fix, so I will go ahead and run it here, and let's see what we get. And I have some of these Crescent Limited cars sitting around. So we'll have it pull. There we go. Yeah, since there's nothing to fix, I went ahead and found the others that I have, and I've sold, I think, about 2 of these now, and I've got maybe 2 or 3, and I've got these 3 left. So I've got a Louisville and Nashville, and I have the Royal Blue, Baltimore and Ohio. And one's the Premier Series. I guess they both are, actually, according to the labels. They just have different boxes. And I guess these were all Premier Series. That's why I put a little bit more time and effort into them. Now let's take a quick look at these. So nice. I actually like these. When I actually first found them, I didn't particularly care for them. The more I look at them, though, the more I appreciate what they tried to do here. I don't know. They kind of grew on me. Became a bit of an acquired taste, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it. Look at that. Looks nice. The wheels look nice. Nice paint scheme on them. Again, not hyper detailed or anything, but they certainly, from a 3-foot rule viewing, they do pretty nicely. So this looks pretty sharp, like the burgundy, but I think a lot of you probably will like this Baltimore and Ohio. Look at that nice logo up front. Very cool. So let's take a look at this a little bit. Yeah, again, they've obviously put a little bit of work into this. Kind of go around here. The Royal Blue looks very good. And you could tell they had someone kind of look at this, but look at the wheels on the Royal Blue. That is a standout feature. Nice paint, nice spokes. Looks wonderful, right? I think a lot of people could appreciate the effort that went into that, even if this is a bit of a lower price model. I don't know what these were when they came out. I have some magazines from that era. I'll have to go through and find them maybe. This isn't the last time that we are going to take a look at these, I promise. If you want to go on eBay and find some of the more, I guess, desirable models, such as the Mercury from New York Central, those can go in the high 100 range. I've seen them as high as 179, and I've seen them sell for that. The Royal Blue here will go for in the 150-ish range if it's in really good shape. The L&N, you know, those ones are a little bit less. They can go from about 75 to 100 something, and look at that. It just pulls away no problem. Let's try the other one. These are hooked up to the same power, so I got to get a bit of a nudge. There we go. They've both woken up from their slumber. This Bev Bell Athearn Baltimore, Ohio Capital Limited set is going to look really nice. And I don't have an L&N train, but I noticed this Napa Valley wine train stuff matches the color really well. So I think those will go along with this great. How can you not like that? Looks really sharp. Very happy to have these. So I'm going to go ahead and run these for you. You can take a look. And I am going to come back and I'm going to DCC the Southern. I like the Southern the best, even though I think the drivers are probably the least interesting out of them. I like the paint scheme the most. So I'll give you a running session here, but don't forget about these. They are coming back. So I hope you enjoy these. Do you have these? Everyone I've known who's owned these things love them. I guess, if you don't like the way they look, I can understand. You probably moved them on if you bought them at all. But everyone I know who owns these and likes these and have kept these going really love them. And they say mechanically they're very, very sound. So, and I think that's probably the case. These are running great. Again, I didn't have to do the fix-it part of this video at all. But I hope you like this regardless. So, I'll give you a running session, and then in a couple days, I will DCC convert the Southern, and I actually have a couple new cars for that, and I will let it pull those. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, if you own these or if you have an opinion, I'd love to hear about it. Or if you know more about the history of these, sometimes if I have time, I'll go and look this stuff up, but I just didn't right now, and I've been pretty ill lately, so that's kind of hindered me too. But that doesn't stop me from enjoying my trains in general, and that's what I'm doing here today. So thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. Love you all. Hope you are having a good holiday season thus far, and I look forward to you coming back. So if you wouldn't mind liking for me and subscribing if you haven't, those things help me a lot. And if you really want to help me out, help me pay the bills, please use the super like/tip feature or consider purchasing something from my store. And there are some links in the description, and I've given you a coupon to help you out. So I will talk to you later. Stay tuned. Stay safe. Happy model railroading. Bye for now. Hang on for the running session. See you.